Hello once again, everyone, and welcome back to The Healing Edge, presented by Divine Services and Foundations Incorporated, also known as DSF Inc. I am Angel Akinwale. In our second series, 7 Days, Coach Marquita Kennedy guided us through a transformative week of personal growth and empowerment, leaving us inspired to embrace positive change in our lives. Now it's our pleasure to introduce Healing and Recovery, presented by the incredible Coach Lakisha Jenkins, also president and founder of SelfLove Ministry. This series is all about the journey towards healing, resilience, and personal recovery. Join us as Coach Lakisha Jenkins takes us on a profound exploration of healing, recovery, and the power of self-love. Through her expertise and insights, we will gain valuable tools to navigate life's challenges, emerge stronger, and embrace the path to recovery. Prepare to be inspired, empowered, and guided on a transformative journey towards healing and self-love. We're honored to have you with us on today, and we can't wait to embark on this healing and recovering journey. So without further ado, let's dive into the healing and recovery presentation by Coach Lakisha Jenkins.
So clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Now, next up to the virtual platform is none other than someone that knows about self-love ministry. She is going to talk to us about healing and recovery. She is an author, a motivational speaker, an evangelist, and self-love healing life coach. Over to you, Coach Lakisha Jenkins.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited. I am Lakisha Jenkins. Yes, I am a domestic violence survivor as well. I am into my 8th year journey of healing and recovery. So I'm excited to share everything that God has allowed me to learn through this journey. I lost my 14-year-old son in 2015 to domestic violence by someone I was dating. So healing and recovery, being able to share my testimony is a passion to help others. We want to start with discussing challenges faced when healing and healing. Challenges faced when healing. First, I'll start with emotional trauma, which is coping with deep emotional scars. Then we have trust issues, which is rebuilding trust in oneself and others. Financial instability, addressing financial repercussions. Isolation, overcoming feelings of isolation and reconnecting with a support system. Legal and safety concerns, which are navigating through any legal issues. And I'm just minimizing each section to save time. Self-esteem and self-worth, rebuilding your self-esteem and your self-worth. Creating coping mechanisms, replacing unhealthy coping mechanisms with healthier strategies. Healing from physical injuries, addressing your physical injuries and being aware and managing them associated with the pain. Guilt and shame, being able to overcome the feelings of guilt and shame. Reclaiming independence, becoming self-sufficient and experiencing control and dependence. Communication, learning to communicate assertively and effectively when within your conflicts. Navigating intimate relationships, reestablishing trust and healthy dynamics in future relationships. Then we have social stigma, which is dealing with societal stigma and misconceptions surrounding domestic violence. Psychological impact on children, which is very important. addressing the impact that domestic violence has on children with their own healing process. And then lastly, flashbacks and triggers, managing flashbacks and triggers that can bring back traumatic memories. Now let's talk about survival factors. Survival factors are very important. We're going to discuss 6. Being self-aware. When you are self-aware, you are recognizing your needs, recognizing the things that stand out to you, being able to address, and these things are coming from the inner parts of you. Staying positive, trying your best to remain hopeful at all times, to not focus on what's going bad or what's difficult, but having a sense of transition in the mind where you can begin to think positive as well. Personal development. It is very important that we challenge our inner selves to our highest extent, and it is not something that you can do from the beginning, but the more that you challenge yourself, you'll get better. Spiritual development is very important because, as a lot of us have said that have spoken thus far, being able to build a godly foundation is very important. A lot of people try to manage, even myself, you try to manage on your own, but when you build a foundation with God, it becomes more manageable. Staying persistent. This involves creating discipline and commitment within yourself and also to God. And then lastly, never giving up on yourself. Always believing in yourself, no matter how difficult, dark, or hard things may seem. Now, here's a quote that I saw and I wanted to use. Pain builds walls, but healing builds doors. And with this quote, I want us to understand that pain can reveal purpose if you stay in the fight long enough, if you push long enough, if you trust yourself long enough, if you challenge yourself long enough. The purpose of why you went through will begin to show. God will begin to reveal something through the tests, through the challenges, and the things that it was revealed through the things I experienced. And if anybody is experienced or did experience domestic violence, when you look back, there's a sense of purpose that you can pull from it. The scripture, NIV version, and we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him and who have been called according to his purpose. As it says, who loves him? And that's why it's important that we build that connection and we build that foundation on God so that the purpose can be revealed throughout our journey. And that was Romans 8:28. Here we have the causes of healing and recovery. There are 6 of them. I am going to state the actual aspect of each one and then summarize each one. The first one is acknowledgement, and it's very important that we are able to face the truth and step beyond denial. It's a hard step, but it's very important that we get to the point where we actually can face the truth of our situation. Secondly, desire and motivation. This is being able to become motivated beyond the trouble, beyond the tests, beyond the challenges, beyond those hard and difficult moments. Still having a sense of motivation and push, because the motivation will increase the harder that you go. Next is a support system, being able to seek a reliable network, whether this is friends, whether it's family, whether it's professionals, being able to gain relationships that you can confide and trust and feel comfortable within. Next, we have professional help. And this is being able to get the available resources, whether it is through an organization like this or a referral through a friend, a family member, a counselor, someone that you know, but being able to get connected with the available resources is so important. And then self-care practices, being able to create self-affirming factors for yourself, things that you can do. And every morning, during the week, a monthly exercise is so very important because these things help to build your mindset in the correct direction where your healing and recovery process can go a lot smoother. And then lastly, the external factors, which are basically staying equipped for the unexpected, because as we are enduring the hard moments of whether it's domestic violence or whatever it is, other things are going to show up. And you want to build a, um, a sustainable management system, even though you may not be able to rip it 100%, but the more that you try, you be able to maneuver around the life events, it will all, kind of work in your favor. Next, we have the effects of healing and recovery, and they are 9. Just like the last slide, I'm going to read the headline and then summarize. So the first one is improved mental health. And this is where we have to build management for our mental challenges so that we can recover alongst the depression, the anxiety, the PTSD, those diagnoses that may show up along our journey of trying to maneuver and transition through. Next, we have enhanced physical health, which is to help us take care of ourselves again. A lot of times you'll find yourself even in a domestic violence situation where you've lost control of yourself because you've just, somehow just mentally lost, physically lost, emotionally lost, but it helps to get that care of yourself back again. Increased resilience is seeking an increased level of confidence, because the more that you push yourself, the more that your drive and your determination increases, you'll begin to feel good about yourself and the journey will become more exciting. Next, we have strengthened relationships, and this is very important because it allows us to be able to build proper engagement with others, those around us, the friends, the families, the partners, the co-workers. Will be able to move a little bit further along those psychological challenges that we had before. And then personal growth, being able to build a sense of self-identity, which is very, very important, to become aware of who we are, how the situation affected us, how it impacted us, and to also be able to gain a vision for yourself of how you can come out of it. Even a step-by-step basis, not, just going from 1 to 10, but basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, building that vision for yourself. Next, we have empowerment, being an example for others, being able to share your story, to be able to share your testimony and let others know how you came through. Because just a word, just a testimony, just a smile or a hug can be so encouraging to someone that's going through. Then next, better quality of life, which helps us to gain a different view of life changes, and it allows us to gain a greater sense of our well-being. And then reduced relapse risk, being able to reduce the challenges of us going back into the situation, dealing with the fears, the temptation, the self-doubt, or the dependence of other people. And then lastly, positive impact on others, similar to empowerment, but this is specifically just about just challenging ourselves to just, be the sunshine for somebody else that we know that's going through, whether it's that family member, whether it's that close friend, whether it's that person on the job. Be that sunshine for somebody else once God allows you to recover through your journey. Here we have healing and recovery, understanding that our primary focus is self. And in order to do this, we have to build standards. And with standards, there are boundaries. And nobody knows these boundaries and nobody knows these standards except you and God. Nobody, they can suggest, they can advise, but only you and God know the standards and the boundaries that you need to build to not allow yourself to go back or to be able to work towards and come out of the situation, or not just a situation, just to keep you right, to keep loving on you. That was for the S. And for the E is evaluation. Evaluation is those moments where you sit down and you reflect and you write and you think and you talk to God how to build your plan of where you were, where you are, where you want to go, the effects of life and how you feel, self-reflecting just your life and self-reflecting upon your journey. And then love, being able to first to build that love on a godly foundation. Once you connect with God and you establish that commitment with Him first, He will now allow you to get yourself together so that now that you can love the ones around you, the ones that you wake up every day and see, the husband, the spouse, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the kids, that when you go to work and you're at the bus stop or you're in the grocery store, that you begin to spread that love that you have learned through the godly foundation of God, the foundation of yourself, and also being able to love others. And lastly, forgiveness. Forgiveness is just not about others, us forgiving others. Forgiveness is also about forgiving ourselves for the intentional things that we have done, that we know that we've done, the things that we may have done because we did not know, because nobody was not there to teach us. But also getting to a point where you can forgive yourself and not hold yourself hostage because of what you've done, but also realize that there's still another chance for God to allow you to go down the journey and to be able to transition for a better life and to be a better person. Now we have the healing stages. I'm going to read each headline first and then I'll go back and emphasize each one. There are 5 of them. The first one, recognition and acknowledgement. Second one, acceptance. Third one, seeking support. Fourth one, assessment and planning. Fifth one, treatment and intervention. Recognition and acknowledgement is basically those specific factors that need to be addressed. That self-awareness of where we are, self-awareness of our needs, self-awareness of our emotions, self-awareness of our recovery systems and the challenges that will show up. And then we have acceptance, which is moving forward beyond the now and staying aware of who you are, your value of work, your value of worth, your value of respect, your value of confidence, and your value of self-identity. Then we have seeking support. While you are seeking support, there's a door for you to open and be vulnerable with the ones that you can trust and the ones that you know that you can confide in. Get into a point where you can be vulnerable. That's the open door. That's the starting point to be able to open up and express your emotions. And then we have assessment and planning, being able to create a method of recovery. And this will take help with, yes, therapists. It may take come through medical assessments, treatment plans, but it will also help you along your emotional journey. It will eventually allow you to feel better. And then lastly, treatment and intervention, options of therapy, support groups. It could be things in your church, things in your community, talking to someone else that you know deals with it. So many different options. You can even throw prayer in here. It's so many different options that can come under treatment and intervention. The healing stages, more continue, recovery and rehabilitation, self-care and coping strategies, emotional processing, self-reflection and learning, reintegration, maintenance and prevention, personal growth and transformation. And all of these are critical areas of self-management and self-development. Now we have positive reinforcers. So we have supportive relationships, which is developing a thriving support system. A support system is very, very important through this process. Self-care. Self-care is making sure that you become a priority. So often we go through so many things and we think about everything else, but making you a priority is very important. Therapy and counseling, being able to utilize the tools and resources that are available to you. And then milestones and achievements, celebrating the small wins, community and peer support, which is self-development and community building, and community building. And then lastly, positive affirmations is being able to create daily connection with your inner self. Without healing comes post-traumatic stress syndrome, known as PTSD, depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, self-doubt, self-hatred, and grief. So we have to be able to recognize that moving forward with our healing process is very, 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 very important. Even though the diagnosis will come for those things, we still want to be able to recognize that healing is very important. Self-healing techniques, mindfulness and meditation, which is praying, journaling, which can be a healthy tracking method. Physical activity can be something small as walking by yourself or with a friend, something that will improve your mood. Healthy eating, staying fit, so that it can help you recover within your overall health. Sleep hygiene is getting the proper sleep that supports your physical and emotional healing. Breathing exercises, which helps to de-escalate and also manage anxiety and stress. Creative expression, which are things that can be an outlet for your emotions and self-expressions, like vision boards, poetry, anything of that nature. Reminders when healing and recovering: to be patient, don't rush the process, pace yourself, and expect distractions. Take things one day at a time. Know that self-care is vital. Always seek support. Embrace the setbacks. Remain mindfulness. Celebrate the small wins. Set realistic goals. Be open to change. Forgive yourself. Learn and grow. Create daily affirmations. Stay curious. Stay connected. Reflect on progress and trust the process.
That concludes season 3, titled Healing and Recovery, presented by the incredible Lakisha Jenkins of SelfLove Ministry. We hope this series has provided you with the tools and inspiration you need to navigate life's challenges, embrace healing, and strengthen your path to recovery. Our sincerest gratitude goes out to Coach Lakisha Jenkins for her wisdom and guidance, and to you, our valued viewers, for being a part of this transformative experience. As we conclude this series, remember that healing and recovery are ongoing processes. The path may have its ups and downs, but with the right tools, supports, and self-love, you can navigate it with strength and resilience. Stay committed to your journey of healing and recovery, and let's continue to make positive strides together. I am Angel Akinwala, and on behalf of everyone here at Divine Services and Foundations Incorporated, we want to say thank you for joining us on The Healing Edge.